All right, back again. I know it has been a minute. Has been a minute. I'm going to hold on just one moment since this is a live video. So, same me, same place. You might be wondering about this Christmas wreath over here and why that's still up. It's not just because I'm too lazy or anything like that. This is actually a permanent fixture in my home decor. There's a whole story where a coworker of mine gifted me this wreath at work one time. We had some extras and I didn't get one, so she gave me one of hers. And then she passed a couple years ago, and I've just always kept it, and I just could never throw it out after that. So that's what that's about, if anybody wondered about that. But my main reason for going to live today is not exactly a reason. I guess the reason is just that I wanted to go live again. It had been a long time, or it has been a few weeks. I guess it's probably been about a month since I went live. Yeah, because the last time I went live, actually, I was doing a poll about what I should do for my birthday. So it's been a few days over a month. I guess update to that, I did get one vote for karaoke for my birthday, which was a very good suggestion. But I just thought that that's not what I ended up doing for my birthday. What I ended up doing for my birthday, just because karaoke, as fun as that, doing karaoke by yourself is maybe a little bit sad, and there's not like a lot of places open right now anyway. So my birthday update, I don't know if I should wait to see if the person that was here that day shows up again or not, because tell you what, I'll tell you guys, and then if he comes by, I will retell him what I ended up doing. But basically what I did update from my last live stream is in the morning, there was another live streamer who was actually live streaming Life is Strange, if you guys know that video game. And it was episode 5 of Life is Strange. And I've been wanting to play that game for a long time, and I just never have. But so, yeah, I just watched it live with some people, and that was a lot of fun. First time I've actually done that before, like actually participating live. It's pretty fun. I don't know. It has its charm anyway. And so that's what I did in the morning is I bought myself a little birthday sing shout out from this particular live streamer and YouTube creator that I enjoy. He sang happy birthday on the Life is Strange episode, and that final episode. So that was exciting for me. I considered taking myself to a movie or something like that, but in the end, I decided that the potential COVID exposure was just like not worth any of the movies that were actually in theaters. So at that point, I was kind of like, okay, I knew that I wanted. Well, one funny thing is like I had kind of seen my family on the weekend, so it wasn't exactly a birthday celebration, but there was a birthday. It was funny. The one thing I did specifically say that I wanted for my birthday, because my mom's like, what do you want for your birthday, sweetie? And I'm like, birthday cake, that's really the only thing that I want. So when I went at my nan's house the weekend before, it was actually or it was for Christmas stuff because my birthday is like right after Christmas. So I was there, and she actually had a birthday cake for me, and I was like, oh yeah, I was so excited, and I thought they were going to give me that birthday cake so I could take it home for my birthday, but they ended up keeping my birthday cake and giving me like 3 pieces. It was a big old cake, so I mean, to be fair, I guess I didn't need the whole thing, but it was just it was so I was just so I was like, okay, well, I saved a piece of that birthday cake for my birthday, and I took myself out to a burger place, and I got a nice burger and some fries, and I got a shake. It was an eggnog shake because it's holiday. That just sounded best. And I took myself on a little shopping spree. I just went and I got some different stationery items. In fact, here, I'll show you guys. So here's some of the stationery stuff that I got. So look at these. There are these cute markers. They're called UB, but these are actually metallic. They're metallic, like brush pen marker things, and I used them on a couple little ink thing drawings. I have these drawings that I do on my Instagram that I call ink things. Anyway, I made a couple out of these metallic guys the other day. I posted one today. I'll post the other one tomorrow, and they're pretty fun actually. Like, I actually like them. I wish that the metallic captured better when I scanned it in, because it loses that metallic quality, but in person it's like really, really pretty. Also going in the metallic theme, I got myself, because I'm just always filling up journals. I'm currently on, for the year of 2020, I filled up 4 journals and 2 other notebooks. So I did a lot of writing last year. Oh, I seem to have like misplaced my other journal, but my sister, she got me this little Sailor Moon pack for Christmas / my birthday. I don't know what that one was intended for. I opened it before either of them, so it doesn't matter. But and it was like this cute Sailor Moon mug and this little keychain, which I ended up putting in my car, and a little journal. And it's funny, she also sent me one of my old childhood journals from the 90s that was also a Sailor Moon journal. So it was just really cute because I have my old journal, Sailor Moon journal, and then I have this new one that I just started because I filled up my 4th journal, and so I started this new one this year, the little Sailor Moon one. Oh, let me see. Oh, it was buried under my stack of other journals and books, but yeah. There, so this is this guy. I just started that one. So that's what I'm working on. So I bought myself some more journals, but it's okay. Like, I will definitely use them because I just like to write a lot. So here's one journal. See that like cool metallic sheen? You can see I'm going to, I've always really liked gold, and I get a bit of a metallic sheen sort of mood. Then there's this one. This one's also got a really cool metallic sheen. This one's got some, I guess this one's got some texture to it too. This one's got some like, what do they call that? It's not embellishment, it's the opposite. Engraven. That one's cool. It's kind of like, I don't know if you can see, it's like a bird, but it's cool. And some foliage. This one's different. This one's also really cute. It's like little strawberries with like little golden detail. It's really cute. And this one, I couldn't resist this one because it was just a little bit of a different format than the other ones, and I thought I could play with that a little bit more. Put it to the blank page. But can you see how that's like, it's kind of like blank on top and then some lines, and just all of the pages are like that. And I actually thought that was really cool. I'm actually not sure what the original intention of that format of notebook is, but I have plans for this. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh man, because I like to do drawings and little poems and stuff, and I'm like, this is like perfect. I could do so many little drawings and poems in here, so I had to get that one. Um, wow, this turned into like a little haul. I should have made that the title, then people would click it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll just set those over here for now instead of abandoning you guys. So yeah, I wanted to share that a little bit. Let's see, other updates. So other life updates. Yeah, I got a little spooked from the YouTube thing for a minute just because I just had a lot of other stuff going on, and just as far as like the holidays happened, and then my birthday, and then kind of personal stuff where a friend of mine at the end, like December 30th, like a friend of mine died, and like just somebody, we weren't like super close, so I'm okay, but it was like somebody that like did mean something to me, and that was my age, and it was very sudden and unexpected, and I still don't even know what happened. So that has left its impression on me. Like, I think I've been processing the situation in a helpful way, but that really surprised me for a minute. And then and after that, because I was just going, getting my book, and I finally got that, and then holidays caught up with me. That happened. Oh, wait. Okay, before I jump off, what else did I do for my birthday? Sorry, I do this all the time. I just split off into different story threads. But yeah, to finish this birthday story thread, and then I played Animal Crossing. I have two profiles now. I made a second one so that I could have more storage because I ran out of space. And plus, I thought that it would be fun to have a second character. Then I could have a whole second house to decorate. So, and I'll admit, making a second character has really added an added layer of fun to my gameplay. Like, it's kind of reinvigorated the game for me in a way. I'll say that much. And so I got 2 birthday parties on Animal Crossing. And let's see, what else did I do? I did something else that was fun. If I remember what else I did that was fun, I think I considered watching a movie. Maybe I didn't end up watching a movie. I think I just ended up playing video games. I think that's it. I just ended up playing video games, and it was a good time. Let's see. But yeah, and so then New Year's, everything just kind of, I felt like everything just kind of bottlenecked in there. New Year's hit, and then let's just say the beginning of 2021 didn't exactly go how I expected it to. In fact, like a lot of stuff didn't exactly go as planned in the December leading into 2021, but I've been taking it in stride. I think I was given the opportunity to kind of clean up some interpersonal karma, if you want to call it that. So I'm grateful for that experience. So that took quite a bit of focus, this whole beginning portion of 2021. I'm very grateful for that, though. And just trying to plan. I've got a few different projects like bubbling up right now, and I've got a few different projects just that will hopefully work out. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I've got some things that I'm working on, and I've been trying to get some more top dollar writing jobs. I've got one in particular that I'm really hoping goes well for me. So still waiting on that, but that I'm really excited for that. I feel like things have been going pretty well. Oh yeah, the other thing is like, our got attacked and everything. That was nuts. So it's just been a very eventful it's been a very eventful transition from 2020 to 2021, and I'm still getting my balance, admittedly, but I'm almost where I need to be. I've really reinvigorated my Instagram. Another thing that happened that has been adding some flavor to my life. Sorry. Ugh. My neighbor, I got a new neighbor. So that whole incident, I don't know if you guys haven't watched any of my other videos, my old neighbor slash the owner of the home kind of had an episode and like attacked me. It was a whole thing, but now there's a new person that just barely moved in, and he's quite nice, but it's like, okay, so the very first time, like he hadn't used his kitchen at all, but the very first time he's using his kitchen, I had told the landlord that my ceiling was leaking because that's what happened. I was like, hey, I've got a bit of a leak in my ceiling. Whatever they're doing up there, there's probably like an issue. And it didn't happen again, so I just assumed they had fixed it, but nope, they sure did not. They So the other night, about 11 o'clock, I'm just in bed and I can just hear this sort of subtle dripping. And then it just sounds like full on pouring rain in my kitchen. And I'm just like, oh, there was a moment where I almost didn't want to go in there. I was like, I don't know what's going on in there. But if it's raining in my kitchen, then that's probably not a great thing. It was actually a good thing. It I did actually have a bit of a magical moment, I suppose I'll tell you guys with. So you can call me silly if you want, but I've been having a bit of stress, just about what I'm even doing in this next phase of life and just hoping I can figure it out, uh, and I'm figuring it out. And so I just kind of sent this message out to the universe, and I was like, universe, I'm feeling kind of stressed out. I know everything will be okay, but will you just give me a sign that everything will be okay? Sometimes I just like to play with the fabric of reality like that and see what happens. So that's what I did, and I just put that out there just to see what would happen. And it's just one of those little pick me up kind of things that I do sometimes throughout the day that kind of keep me going, keep me focused and out of my own sort of mental, quagmires. Um, and so I set that intention out and I was like, well, one thing that maybe what I can do today that'll help me feel better is if I write down my specific intention of what I want to do right now, then that'll make me feel better. So I took out this paper and I did a little drawing and a little just writing of my current intention, what I'm trying to create, and some details there. And I was like, okay, I need to hang this up somewhere. And I was going to put it somewhere else in my room, but then I was like, what I should do? I should go put it on my fridge. That seems like a good place to me. So I went and put it out on my fridge. And I felt good about that. And then, like I said, about 11 o'clock at night, starts raining in my kitchen. I'm like, what the crap is going on out there? And the magical part, and the part that I think makes this whole situation a bright spot rather than a burden, I suppose, is I looked down. So I looked down, and directly in front of where I had hung my intentions on the fridge is a little fortune cookie. A little fortune cookie fortune, which has a very special meaning to me. Like I've always had a very special connection with those fortunes, and I've had a lot of interesting synchronicities with them throughout life. Um, so I so to go into my kitchen and find it raining in my kitchen and a little fortune on the ground right directly in front of where I had hung up my intentions was a pretty interesting omen, I thought, anyway. The fortune said, "Your charms have not gone unnoticed by all the angels," if you were wondering. Let's go take you guys in there, though. Um, I've kind of cleaned it up a little bit, so it's not as creepy looking as it was because it used to just be like, oh, nasty, man. There was just schmutz all over the counter and the ground, and I couldn't even go in there at all yesterday because I was just it was giving me too much bad feels in my brain and anxiety because it smells, first of all. I opened the window and I aired it out a bit, so it's not quite so smelly anymore. Plus, before they left, I requested that they put something over the hole because they were just going to leave it. They were just going to leave the rotting hole just hanging out in the ceiling there and for the whole weekend, and they just thought that was fine. And I was like, dude, that is not fine, man. It stinks up there. You gotta do something. So here, I'll take you guys over there and you'll see what's going on. Whoa. Okay. Know what'll happen if I unplug. Okay. Without all of my cue items. Because, like I said, it's sorry, I didn't mean to flip the screen. That's just a little taste of kind of like, I don't know what, but what I on my stovetop. Anyway, but the main attract, there we go. That is my ceiling now. Underneath there is a horrific nightmare opening of like rotten wood and stanky stank. The light bulb covering was like filled with nasty gunk, so we had to take that off. But that's my ceiling right now, and took all of my cute things away. Anyways, let's just a little show you guys my ceiling. So I don't know. Look at this. I had to put all my really annoying is all of this stuff is just I have a little protected. That was my door charm, and I'm very sad about it because I really liked that door charm. It was nice. It was my favorite one. Or, okay, maybe it's not my favorite one. It was one of my favorite ones. It's hard to pick. They're just one. And if not, I've got other. All right. Um, now. It makes me sad to be in there. It's a lot stinky anymore. So that helps. They're gonna come back and they're gonna fix the pipe, patch up my ceiling, and then I can clean things and I'll feel a lot better about it. So there's that. That was the main thing that I ridiculous. So it's not even my plumbing is fine, but all of this shenanigans that yeah, I'm just a magnet for bizarre circumstance. I don't know. I like to take it with I like to move out of this apartment though. When current plans start to take root to hopefully live somewhere where it's and a little more I don't know, where maybe the is creepy and sketchy, you know. Like this little apartment that has been uh, the kind of what I've been trying to do with this apartment. I wanted to move to this cute studio apartment to have a balcony, and it totally did. And the moments, this apartment was actually quite synchronized. Moving to the city, what do I want? I said to myself, if I had a balcony, it would be cool in like a really if it was more like fun and or something, and you know, in a nice like neighborhood and listing for a different apartment that had. But when I applied for that listing, listing is actually like closed now. Site, so I was like, okay, and lo and behold, this apartment was there, and it's like this. Oh, that's it, and a good feeling about it, and I just immediately knew that. And it, I mean, homeowner Tony, I shouldn't say his name, too late, but he was really nice sometimes, but you could sometimes he would be kind of mean. Sometimes he said some real creepy stuff to me. Individual, you know. So as much as I loved this, but you know, home remade into a town. It's exactly where I'm trying to level up because a skill set for the past, well, my whole life really, but you know, now you're supposed to like about about the thematic. I won't give any movie Soul last night, that new Disney. Um, and it made me think a lot. You know, kind of like this playing idea with your purpose, what's your spark, and living, you know, which I think was actually helpful to me because what is my purpose? Is my work myself? You know, this whole time is my craft and my work, and I don't think that's, you know, maybe the truth of the matter is meditation, you know. Something as simple as the fact that you, at least right now, thought that I wanted to share with you guys, but now it was related to the movie. It was related to the movie. So, I don't know if you've seen it yet. After watching Soul, is somebody, some buddies on the Disney team have definitely, if the whole Disney team took some, I felt watching it, to be honest, with those type of ideas too. I know that they made this like one thing that would into some hippy dippy stuff is okay. Tethered Soul. Tethered Soul reference, and they had all this like app and interesting, and I'm just like, huh, okay. The more experimental days, I don't know, and family life. Soul though, I've been slowly is I actually burned through this book. The last 30 pages just stopped, and I do this all the time with stuff, and right before the end, and that with so many different video games too. There's so much. I'm like, sure what it is, but that's this book so fast. Then I got to the end. I do think that the timing of interesting. While we're talking about interesting timing, it's a lot about death lately, and that has. I heard a Confucius quote impression on me, and that quote goes, "Man lives two lives. Begins when he realizes." Now, of course, stuff like that, like the truth is, it's probably better to at least, but it's actually touch on death weird enough. And I had this crazy dream. It was the day before my birthday. It was Majora Mask style. Or no, the moon was fall. Majora Mask moon did, but the moon, and I could just hurtling towards it. At first, I find some sort of shelter or something. That I was like, there's to hide. What can one be destroyed? And it was one of those I was dreaming, but I was semi-lucid. Awake. Like some dreams, you don't necessarily. I was in it. I was living that moment. Like it was. Yeah, and I just like just my response to it towards me. I just had this moment of, there's nothing that can be done, and then this like all of that toil, all of something stand as a purpose. Just destroy the hands of time, you know, by a force beyond what that is the truth, is created this beautiful, beautiful world. Instantly, and that would be it. That's it's a start freeing in a sense. You know, organizations of technology have come and gone. It sends you down a different. It sends me down an interesting noodle hole. I finally finished this. Oh, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I just wanted to complete everything. And so I just dragged that game. Played the snooshmer. I really did. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't get all the shrines. All those dang Korok seeds. Thing that was like after game. I wondered if it would do that. I was one of the reasons why I waited, because I was like, well, what if I gotta beat everything? Yeah, it was good. I feel like it's of the that has the most emotionally captivating elements, I would say. Like the is interesting. Even Link, the blank protagonist, he was a little more fleshed out in that. And I do that with a whole bunch of video games, like pretty much where I before beating it, and then at some coming back to it. And it's like, you shouldn't do that. Satisfying when it's all connected, as one, instead of like putting it on ice in my life that I'm getting over. For example, candy. That was very serious job. Have Halloween candy all year long. Used to praise me for that. And even my mother eat like a whole bag of I was like, man, I just ate a whole freaking bag of. You used to be so good. And I was just kind of like, and I had, yeah, that's true. To just eat their, as if it was some sort of eat their candy, and even though I had candy all year closet, and it's like a little gerbil bag, and I just go, yeah, 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 and I pick like, give it a couple months, my friends, that candy started. I had candy all year long. It was stale candy that I was eating. Really thinking about that because I feel that I've carried the tendency to hold on to things until they save, and I hold on. And situation for example, it out. I've been finding, but the fact that I'm really, honestly, like the fact that but it has created this other thing where I will save it, and it's like, it's weird. It's like this thing that my parents praise doing, and then like I said, my mom is like, the candy, and I'm just like, yeah, but then candy, then it goes stale and begin with. Anyways, and I feel like used to just eat their Halloween candy, and I feel like, I think that there's like that not as stressed as I feel. I don't know about holding on. So that's a thought I didn't a tangent. Also, I kind of wonder if the fact that I didn't of like fear of fatness as a child, where I'm like, was there something else situation? I'm not sure. It definitely comes from this feeling of lack. It's like we didn't really have a lot growing up. We didn't really get. It was just kind of like a response. I never got candy, so because who knows when you're going to get candy again. There's a whole world of candy. So that's brain into thinking is there's a whole world of candy. I think I like that. Thank you for being here, viewer. I really, and it was, I'd taken a little bit too much time the camera again. So I'm glad that I to hop on today because, and yeah, I'll be sure to. Until then, I really appreciate you and many fresh candies, whatever that means for you.